Okay, all right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have given more time, enough time, so that we can invite our team members to be here since it is a training. Yes, if you can hear me, if I'm loud and clear, give me a one in the chat. If I'm audible enough, kindly give me a one in the chat. If I'm audible enough, please give me a one in the chat. Okay, all right. So, greetings, everyone, and good evening to all of you joining us on this platform. It's a Wednesday evening where we are looking at a training with activated members. Yes, my name is Mavuto Mopiwa, one of the coaches in Crypto Ambassadors. So we will be together in this session. Right. So if you've got someone that you needed to invite them to the Zoom, please do so while we are getting started. You said it is a members training. So if you are a team builder and you've got a team, please invite them, let them come here. Yeah, probably we may help them in a much better way so that they are able to understand the business very well. Okay, so tonight we are looking at our amazing Royal Q robot, how to trade with it. And we are going to do a simple training looking at putting some coins in a cycle. Okay, putting some coins in a cycle, sniping the market with a small take profit, but repeatedly, since we will be doing a cycle strategy. Okay, so I hope that we are ready to go through this training. We are looking at how the market is performing while we are picking the one-shot signals, but also we can put some other coins in a cycle so that they can repeatedly give us a small take profit. Yes, small take profit while we are doing the other one short strategy when we are receiving some signals, right? So I'm going to share my screen where we are going to look at doing the cycle setting using the normal settings that we have been doing. All right, maybe we do have members that are new, so I think it will be to their advantage when I'll be breaking some of the terminologies that are there when you are setting your Royal Q robot. So I'm going to share my screen and then we get into our sharing for today. All right. Somebody says they cannot hear anything. Is that clear? Is that true? Or maybe it was before I started talking. Yes, okay, probably it was before I came on the microphone. All right, I'm just seeing the message now that somebody was not able to hear me. Okay, so all right, let's get into our screen sharing. Okay, if you are having some questions, please just hold on. All right, if you be having questions, please just hold on. I'm going to spare some minutes for you so that you can ask those questions, right? Because I'm not going to be able to come in the chat and respond to the questions while I'm still training, right? So just hold on. If you happen to have a question while I'm training, just hold on the question. I'm going to spare a couple of minutes so that we can interact and resolve whatever it is with you. Okay? All right. So let me share my screen and then we go to our Royal Q robot where we are going to do some psycho strategy settings. All right, so let me bring my Royal Q application over here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have already indicated that we are still receiving signals. Some of the signals, they are one-shot signals that we are trading. That we are trading. So while we are trading the one-shot signals, okay, while we are picking trades with one shot, we are also recommending a couple of coins that can run better in a cycle, okay? So you will be earning small take profit when these coins, they are in a cycle, depending on your capital that you are having. Okay, so I'm not saying that you should leave the one short strategy and then start trading in a cycle. No, I'm saying while we are trading in one shot, we can also trade in a cycle some of the coins that are good for cycle. Okay, but the take profit is going to be small. Remember, it is a cycle. We want the robot to close trades a little bit faster. Okay, so we are not going to go for a high take profit because we are doing a cycle. Okay, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? Give me a 1 in the chat if my screen is visible. Give me a 1 in the chat if my screen is visible. Give me a 1 in the chat if my screen is visible. If you can see my screen on your side, drop me a 1 in the chat. Okay, I don't want somebody to say, I don't see your screen over here. Yes, so I want to carry everyone with. All right. So, okay, let me do this before I share my screen. Yeah, sometimes network can be something difficult. Yes, sometimes network can catch you unprepared. Yes. So I need a little bit of backup here so that I am safe when I start sharing the screen. All right. Yes. Let me have some leaders here that can be my co-host, just in case network misbehaves. Yes, you may not know. All right. Yes. Okay. All right. I think that's okay now. Let me bring my screen here, and then we go into our sharing for tonight. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are looking at setting some coins in a cycle while we are picking the one short strategy trades. All right. So the settings are going to be the normal settings that we have been using. Remember, we do not control the market, and we just want to make sure that we are on the safe side with our margin configuration settings, as well as managing our wallet very well. Okay. So when you come to Royal Q, you are going to, it's either you can use the mine section to save your strategy, but I don't think today we're gonna do that. Let me just take you through on the cycle. All right, I'm going to give you a list of some of the coins that you can put them in a cycle. But first of all, let us look at the settings itself. Okay, let us look at the settings itself. All right, let me look for Bitcoin. Yes, let me look for BTC here. Okay. All right. So we are creating a strategy, but we are going to put it in a cycle. All right. So let's come over here where we do our margin configuration settings. Okay. Yes, I'm sure that we are familiar with these pages that I am opening. Maybe to those that are new, okay? But you are going to learn slowly until you understand all these things that we are talking about. So when you are opening a trade, you want to set a trade, probably a signal has been given in the WhatsApp group. A signal has been provided on our Telegram channel, and you are trying to set it up. I'm talking to those that are new. Then you open the name of the coin that has been provided as a signal, right? So you are going to see that these coins here, they are in pairs. You are able to see that these coins, they are in pairs. All right. So there is the name of the coin and the currency that we are using to trade in. Okay. That's why I'm calling them pairs. So there is a name of the coin as well as the currency. Your money in your exchange is in the form of USDT. That's the currency that your money is in. So on the left side, it is the name of the coin. So it is a pair. Yes, it is a pair like that. So when a signal has been given, there is the name of the coin as well as the currency added to it. So it is like that. So here, I'm going to pick an example of Bitcoin. All right, I'm gonna look for Bitcoin over here because it is one of the coin that we will recommend to you to trade it in a cycle, because Bitcoin has got movement. When we are trading in a cycle, we are looking for coins that moves. We don't want coins that sleep. Okay, we want coins that makes moves so that when they go up, when they go down, they don't stay there forever. So we are looking for those type of coins that we are going to trade in a cycle. All right. So one of the coins is BTC, right? So here is our Bitcoin. And then I have opened it so that we set it up as a trade. And we want to give it some margin configuration settings. Okay. My network today, I don't know, it's taking a bit to open, but okay, nevertheless, it has opened. So I'm creating a trade on BTC. I'm creating a trade on BTC. So I'm going to tap create over here. I'm doing this because of those probably that are still new in the business, right? That's why I'm doing these steps so that they are able to follow through. I know those that are that have been here for a long time, they are being irritated, and this guy is taking long. Why is he not taking us through to what we want to learn? Okay, so here we are, we tap on create. When we tap on create, then we are going to land on this next page, okay, where we are going to see the followings that are on your screen right now. So here is the name of the coin, BTC USDT. All right. Yes. So we wanted to do some margin configuration settings on this coin called the BTC. So for us to be able to do some editing, remember we needed to change some of the settings that are default that comes with Royal Q. So for us to do so, we are going to tap on the trade setting button over here. All right. Let me use let me use yes, let me use what color? Let me use the red color. Yes, let me use the red color. Okay. So we are going to tap on trade settings. When we tap on trade settings, then it's gonna give us a page where we are able to do our settings accordingly, what we want to set. All right. So here we are. So we do have the first line, which is our template. Okay, under the template, it's where you go and choose a strategy. If it happens that you do have different strategies that are saved in your royal queue that you normally use to trade with them. Okay, so here you choose a strategy if you happen to have one that is already saved in your strategy settings, right? That is the first line. Then here it is what we call the strategy mode. Okay, when you tap under the strategy mode, you are going to see that we do have three types of mode. Okay, when you tap here, you are going to see that we do have sub-bin mode, we do have sub-bin mode real-time settlement, and also we do have what we call the whole warehouse mode. Okay, so when you choose the whole warehouse mode, it simply means when your robot buys your margin calls, whether they are 5 margin calls, whether they are 3 margin calls, whether they are 50 margin calls, as long as your robot buys all of them, it is not going to sell them one by one. It is going to sell all the stock at once because you are telling the robot, please sell whatever is in my warehouse. Are we together? When you choose this one, your robot is going to buy and it is going to sell everything that is inside your warehouse when it comes to stock. The stock that has been bought in the warehouse. So the robot is gonna sell all of them at once. Is that clear on the whole warehouse mode? When you use the whole warehouse mode, what are you instructing your bot to do? So your margin calls are going to be sold all of them at once. Whether they are 3, yes, 1 to 4, they is automatic. What do I mean? When your margin calls are 1 up to 4, okay? The strategy mode that appears automatically, it is the whole warehouse mode. But when you add 5 margin calls going upwards, okay, and these margin calls happen to be bought while your robot is under whole warehouse mode, it simply means when it comes to selling, it is not going to sell margin call number 5 going upwards one by one. No, it will sell the whole warehouse. I think that one is clear. Let me explain about sub-bin mode. Okay, yes, sub-bin mode. So when your robot is trading under sub-bin mode, it simply means when it buys margin call number 1 to 4, these ones automatically, they are whole warehouse mode. Okay, what I mean is that when the robot buys margin call number 1 to 4, it is going to sell all of them at once. It does not sell them one by one. Okay, but now if you are having more than 4 margin calls, let's say you are having 5 margin calls and you have chosen sub-bin mode. So this margin call number 5, when the robot buys it, okay, time will come where it is going to sell this margin call alone. It will sell alone, okay? But now, when it sells this margin call, if the capital that was used to buy this margin call, let's say it was $10, was used to buy margin call number 5. When this stock of $10 is sold, the robot will retain the $10 capital. But the profit that has been made from this $10 stock, it is not going to give it to you. it will put it back in the market on your behalf. So whenever it sends a sell message, the sell message will tell you the profit rate is 0%. Have you ever received such a message? When you are trading in sub-bin mode, the robot sells margin call number 5 going upwards. Whenever it does that, it gives you your capital for that margin call. But the profit, it does not give it to you. So it sends you a message that a sale has happened, but with 0% profit rate. Meaning to say, it has not released the profit. That's why it says 0%. In this case, it does not deduct fuel fee. Okay? In sub-bin mode, the robot does not deduct fuel fee when it sells margin call number 5 going upwards. Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? When you are trading in sub-bin mode, what normally happens? Okay, now let me complete with the sub-bin mode real-time settlement, which we are going to use when we are doing cycle. You need to put your strategy mode in sub-bin mode real-time settlement so that the robot is able to give you the profit that it has made from margin call number 5 together with the capital. Let's say that it used $10 to buy margin call number 5. Then it sells the stock that was bought using the $10. Then also it is going to give you profit from this amount of stock that has been sold. That happens when your robot is trading under sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Yes. Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? Is that clear? Let me come in the chat. Is that clear? Am I carrying you through? We want to do a cycle setting, okay? We want to do some cycle trading. So we are coming up with a strategy to do the cycle setting strategy. All right. So you need to know what instructions are you giving to your robot. Yaya is saying I should repeat the last one, which is sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Sub-bin mode real-time settlement, it simply means that when the robot buys your margin calls, okay, sub-bin mode real-time settlement, it is only activated, okay? Let me come back here. The sub-bin mode real-time settlement, as well as the sub-bin mode, you can only activate them on your trade if you are trading with more than 4 margin calls from 5 going upward. Then you are able to activate sub-bin mode or sub-bin mode real-time settlement. If your margin calls are only 4, the robot will not allow you to use these strategy modes, these two. You cannot activate them if your margin calls are less than 5. Are we together? 4 going downwards, automatically they become whole warehouse mode. Now, when you choose sub-bin mode real-time settlement, the robot buys margin call number 5, for example, and it has used $10 to buy the stock on margin call number 5. And then you have put 1.5% take profit. When the robot sells margin call number 5, okay, the capital that was used to buy margin call number 5 was $10. Okay, so it means there is 1.5% profit of $10 stock. Now, it means the $10, it is going to be given back to you. It will be given back to you in your exchange. It will be released as capital. Not only that, this 1.5% take profit, okay, it is also going to be discharged to you. When you go to your records in Royal Q under revenue, you are going to see that there is a profit record that has been recorded there. It means the robot has taken fuel fee, okay? Under sub-bin mode real-time settlement, the robot is able to collect some fuel fee because it is going to discharge your profit. While here on sub-bin mode, it does not release the profit, so there is no deduction of fuel fee. Is that okay? Those who were asking me to repeat on sub-bin mode real-time settlement, capital is released plus profit under sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Is that okay? Well understood. Thank you so much. Let's proceed now. We are moving step by step, and I think my speed is not that much. So I am choosing sub-bin mode real-time settlement over here. All right. So there we go. I have activated sub-bin mode real-time settlement, and it is appearing. Can you see it is here? It is showing, right? Now, my first buy-in amount over here, it will depend on the capital that I want to trade with. Remember, we do have different amounts of capital. Okay? Yes. So it will depend on how much capital I'm going to trade with. So first buy-in amount, it means the amount of money that the robot is going to take each and every time whenever it goes to the market to buy. That's what we call first buy-in amount. It is called first because you can edit many times. When the robot buys the first time, you can come and edit that first buy-in amount to another first buy-in amount. So when the robot is buying again, it is not going to use the one that it has already used. It's going to use the one that you have just put. That's why it is called first buy-in amount. You can change this repeatedly. Okay? So that's the amount of money the robot takes whenever it goes to the market to buy. Now, here on enable opening double, when you switch on this button, what normally happens is that your first buy-in amount is doubled when the robot is buying first time. Are we together? If my first buy-in amount is $10, and then I own this button, enable opening double, it means instead of the robot using $10, it is going to use $20 first time to buy. Is that okay? Enable opening double. That's what it means, right? So it's up to you, like I said, depending on your capital. Can you enable opening double so that the robot can double your first buy-in amount? That is enable opening double. AI margin call. AI margin call. I am here now. Our Royal Q robot has got artificial intelligence that only looks at margin call limit. Can you see margin call limit over here? The number of times, how many times your robot should go to the market to buy. That's what we call margin call limit. Now, the buying of these margin calls can be controlled by artificial intelligence that is in your robot. If you decide to own this button, the buying of these margin calls, the artificial intelligence is the one that will be responsible for it. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Sometimes people, they get confused. What is the AI margin call? it is margin calls. But when they are being bought, there is artificial intelligence that is in the robot that controls the buying of your margin calls. Are we together? Give me a yes if you are following. Give me a yes if you are following. Yes, I'm taking you slowly, step by step, but where we are going is setting a cycle strategy. Okay, we are setting a cycle strategy. All right. So I want to take through some of you who are still remaining behind with the terminologies that you see when you are setting your robot. Probably some are very new. Yes, they are only told, put this here, put this here, put this here, but they don't know what is that. What does it mean either? Okay? Yes, so please be patient with me because I am also targeting those that are new in the business. All right. So let's proceed. Let's proceed. Okay, just a moment. All right, so let's continue. Let's come here and then we look at how many margin calls are we trading with? Okay, how many margin calls are we trading with? All right, that is number of times. How many times the robot should go to the market to buy for us? All right, so that is called the margin call limit. Are we together? So what you put here, you should know that you are sending your robot to the market 5 times in this example. When the robot buys 5 times, it will stop. It is no longer going to buy. Are we together? It is no longer going to buy. Even if it is in a cycle, it buys all the 5 margin calls. It will wait to start selling them. Okay? So that's what we call margin call limit. Here, on whole position take profit ratio, that is the take profit. How much take profit do we want when the robot sells? Yes, each and every time the robot sells, how much take profit do we want so that it should give us, right? So I'm saying we are doing cycle setting. So we are not going to be greedy with the amount of take profit. Okay? We're not going to be greedy with the amount of take profit. Why? Because we don't want to stay longer in the market. Are we together? We don't want to stay longer in the market. If I decide to take 1.2, for example, okay, I take 1.2 and somebody decided to take 2%. Somebody decided to take 2%. The same trade. I am taking 1.2, somebody takes 2%. Okay? Between myself and this guy who is taking 2%, when the market rise, I'm talking of the price. When the price started to go up from where we have entered, both of us, myself and this guy, we have entered this trade the same time and the same price. And then the market started to go up, the price of the coin we are trading, it started to go up. Which one of the two, between myself and this guy, which one of the two will start exiting the market first? Which one of us will start exiting the market first? Give me an answer in the chat. Which one of us will start exiting the market first? Which one of us? Which one of us? Yes, the 1.2, which is me. So I don't want to stay longer in the market. Probably while this guy is waiting to
his 2%, I am already out and I have entered another trade. Okay? This market goes to 1.8, it does not reach 2%, then it comes down to 1.5. It goes back to 1.7. Then it comes back to 1.2. This guy is still waiting for the market to come to him. I am already out. I'm looking at another trade. So I am not greedy with profit. That's why I'm saying this is a cycle strategy. Let your robot close many trades or many positions. Okay? Let the robot close many positions so that you are able to collect small take profit, but repeatedly. I hope that is clear. Now here we do have what we call whole position take profit callback. This callback, it has got a role that it plays. Okay, I'm sure whenever a signal has been given, sometimes they will tell you the whole position take profit callback is much or is so much. They even put it for you. So there is a purpose for this callback, especially when the price is rising. Okay, when the price is rising, remember, when you enter a trade somewhere here, you have entered a particular trade here. Okay, then when the price is rising, it moves in a zigzag. It does not just go up like that. No. So when it is going up, it will be moving in a zigzag. It will go up, it comes down. It goes up, it comes down a little bit. It goes up, it comes down a little bit until it gets where it is going to reach. Right. So imagine I have entered here. Okay, I have entered here. From this position to this angle over here, it is my take profit of 1.2. Okay, from this entry position to this angle, it is my take profit 1.2. It has been covered. Now, for the robot to be able to execute this trade, I mean to sell it, to give me the 1.2. It means that from this position where the price is, it should drop a little bit down with 0.01. Okay, so let's assume that this curve here, it is our 0.01. So it means the trade is going to be executed here. The sell of this trade, it will be executed right there. Okay, so it means 1.2 minus 0.01 is what I'm going to get when the robot sells. Okay, it may seem like I have lost part of the 1.2, but there is an advantage to it. Sometimes you will be trading a coin that pumps fast. It will go high up in profit. It will just drop a little bit, which is not even equal to my 0.01. Okay, the price will move from point A, it will go to B, it will just drop a little bit, then it goes up again. So instead of the robot giving me my 1.2, because I put this figure here, which is called a callback, if this movement is equivalent to 5%, it means the robot is going to give me the whole 5% instead of 1.2 because of what we call the profit callback, take profit callback. So yes, it has got a role that it plays. In case the price of that particular asset rises rapidly and it does not drop according to our take profit callback. So the excess amount of profit the robot will give us because of this. But when we decided to put 0 here, and then the price goes high up to 5%, the robot will limit us. It will give us only the amount of take profit we have put. The rest we're not gonna get it because we did put 0 here. How many of us have been receiving more than their take profit? How many of us have been receiving more than their take profit that they did put? How many of us? I want to check. How many of us have been receiving more than their take profit? How many of us? When you check your message, you discover that the robot has given you 3.5, yet your take profit was 3%. How many of us? Sometimes it's even less. It depends on the volatility of the coin that you are trading. Sometimes it can be less than your take profit. Yes, but I'm looking scenarios where the robot is giving you excess instead of exactly what you put. It is simply because of the take profit callback. All right, that is clear. Let's come here and then we look at, I'm gonna come back here and explain margin configuration so that we are able to finish it up with our cycle strategy. So let's come here on buy-in callback. Okay, buy-in callback. Right. So the buy-in callback, it works line in line with our margin configuration settings. Okay, the buy-in callback. This is when the robot is buying. Okay, when the robot is buying, it monitors our buy-in callback. Remember, our robot buys when the price is declining, when the price is dropping. Okay, let's say I'm entering a particular trade at this position. I have entered here, right? With my first buy-in amount of $10, right? So after entering here, according to my margin configuration here, I have told the robot, when I enter here first time, for you to buy or for you to start buying my margin calls, okay? From my position of entry, allow the price to go down by 2%, okay? Let the price go down by 2%. So from here, which is my position of entry, the price goes down by 2%, all right? So that my robot can buy first, my first margin call. Remember, it has only bought first time with my first buy-in amount. So for it to buy, it will follow what I have put under my margin configuration, margin call number 1. So I have told buy when the price drops with 2%. Now the price goes down by 2%. After this has happened, the robot is not going to buy immediately. No, it will wait. Once the price has dropped by 2%, it needed to resurrect. It needed to go a little bit up by my buy-in callback. So in this case, the price moves like this, right? Someone is helping me to write on the screen. The price moves like this when it is going down. It moves like this, right? So from here, this is where I have entered with my $10. From this point to this point, it is my margin configuration drop of 2%. So the price has gone down by 2%. For the robot to execute this buy, it means this price should go a little bit up with the buy-in callback of 0.01, if that is my buy-in callback. So the price should resurrect a little bit with 0.01. Then it is going to buy this margin call. If the resurrection of price is not equivalent to what I have put here, My robot is not going to buy, and the price will continue to go further down without buying this margin call. Let's say that my buy-in callback was 0.5. Okay, was 0.5. And then the price drops by 2%. But when it comes to rising, it only goes up with 0.01. It does not reach my 0.5. What is going to happen? Is my robot going to buy this margin call? Give me an answer in the chat. Is my robot going to buy this margin call? If my margin callback is bigger than the rising of the price before it continues to go further down, is my robot going to buy my margin call? Understand your robot, how it works. Is it going to buy? No, it's not going to buy. So you will discover that you are in -4 with your trade. Okay? When you check your return rate, you are recording -4%. But your first margin call drop was 2%. Then you'll be asking, but what's going on? Why my robot is not buying? I said it should buy when the price drops by 2%. Now it is 4%, my robot did not buy. Probably it can be this. Yes, that is one of the things that you need to look at. So it can be this that made the robot not to buy. Probably it is high and the price is not resurrecting to that level. So that is the use of this buy-in callback. Yes. Is that clear? I'm about to finish. I'm about to finish. Is that clear? Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? Is that clear? Give me a yes if it is clear. I want to go to margin configuration settings. Then we finish it up. Then you can ask me your questions. Okay. So let's come here and do distributed take profit allocation. Yes. Distributed and take profit allocation. This area and this one over here, let me scroll a little bit up so that I can be quick. This one and this one, they work together. Distributed and take profit allocation, it is the take profit for margin call number 5. Let me do this. Let me remove the 5 and put 10. I am putting 10 margin calls here. All right. I'm having 10 margin calls. So when I tap on distributed and take profit allocation, I am going to see the take profit for margin call number 5 up to 10. Because these margin calls, they are called independent margin calls. It means that when the robot buys margin call number 5, it's gonna sell margin call number 5 alone. It buys margin call number 6. When it comes to selling, it will sell margin call number 6 alone with its own take profit up to margin call number 10. So if my robot happens to buy all these margin calls up to 10, when it comes to selling, it will start selling margin call number 10 with its own take profit. It sells. Price rises, margin call number 9, it sells. Price rises, margin call number 8, it sells. So these take profit for these sub-sales, which are called sub-positions. Their take profit is the one which is indicated as distributed and take profit allocation. So when you tap here, you are going to see we do have these sub-positions over here. Margin call number 5 alone, take profit over there. Margin call number 6 alone, take profit over there. Margin call number 7 alone, take profit over there. So each and every sub-position here has got its own take profit. So in most cases, we do not edit these take profit. We leave them like that as default because we still don't want to stay long in the market waiting for a sub position to be closed. No. Our main margin calls is margin call number 1 to 4 because when the robot buys these ones, it sells all of them at once. So the bigger take profit comes from here because the stock that is bought here, it is sold all of it at once. While the stock that is bought on margin call, it is sold independent. Margin call number 6, independent. That's why we are not greedy with the take profit for these sub positions. Are we together? So the buying and the selling of these sub positions, they are helped by the distributed and take profit allocation as well as the profit callback for these calls. Remember, there is a profit callback here. Okay, this profit callback here, it is for margin call number 1 to 4, and when you are trading in whole warehouse mode, this is what works. But margin call number 5, and you are trading in sub-bin mode or sub-bin mode real-time settlement, then this is going to apply. It will apply. Okay, so you can see I do have distributed and sub-position callback because I do have more than 4 margin calls. If I remove the 10 here, the 10, then I put 4 margin calls. You will see that distributed and take profit allocation are not available here. They have gone because they don't have work to do. Are we together? They are gone. So they only work when our margin calls are more than 4. Then distributed take profit allocation will come. Can you see the moment I put 5 margin calls, they have come here. They are here. Right. So I'm ending here. Then I'm going to close with margin configuration. I have explained almost everything here. I'm only remaining with margin configuration. Right? Can we finish it up? Are we still friends? Are we friends? If we are friends, give me a yes. If we are friends, give me a yes. If we are friends, give me a yes. I'm about to conclude. The concluding part is very important because that is the reason why we are here, setting a coin in a cycle strategy. Setting a coin in a cycle strategy. That is the reason why we are having this training. So don't miss that part. Don't miss that part. I know someone is already annoyed. Why is he not finishing? Why is he not finishing? Why is he not finishing? It's okay, my friend. You can go if you want to go. So I am saving. Okay, I'm not saving. Let me finish margin configuration setting. All right. So here, when you tap here, it's where you do your margin call drops. This is where you allocate the drop. Okay. In the signals that are given, you are going to see the word drop and they write 20%. Sometimes they will write 15%. So this 15%, this 20%, you allocate it here, this side of margin call drop. So I said that we are doing a cycle strategy. All right. And we want to be safe because the market is still not very good, but we still want to earn.
Are we together? Yes. So you can give a drop of 15% or 20% under your margin call drop. Okay? You can give that drop because you still want to be safe with your capital. Okay? But we want the robot to repeatedly buy and sell this particular asset because we know that this particular asset we are going to recommend, they really have momentum. They move up and down, up and down, up and down, so that they are able to trigger our buying positions and sell them. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. So if you are to use 15% drop, let me start with the 15% drop, okay? If you are to use with 15% drop, I said that you need to look at the capital that you want to use to trade with. Are we together? So you can give margin calls from 1 up to 7. Okay, you can give margin calls from 1 up to 7. Depends on the capital, right? So you are going to allocate the 15% to your margin calls that you are having. Are you following, guys? So that's what we are going to do here. So let's allocate, let's say I am having 5 margin calls. Okay, but I needed to increase because I'm doing a cycle strategy. All right, so I need to have at least 7 margin calls here. All right, so let's go to our margin configuration, and then I want to use at least 15% drop in this coin. All right, so I'm having 15% against 7 margin calls. Against 7 margin calls. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to allocate the 15% to the 7 margin calls. Okay, so what do you think I should do? I want to see if some of you who have been here for some time knows what to do. What do you think I should do? If I have been given 15% or I want to allocate 15% to my 7 margin calls, what do you think I should do? To those who have been here for some time, what do you think I should do so that I can be able to have a percentage drop for each margin call up to 7? What should I do? What should I do? I can see answers coming in. What should I do? Dennis, the 14 is coming from where now? Dennis is saying 14 divided by 7. Where is the 14 coming from, Dennis? Is it a typing error? Dennis, why are you giving me 14? Okay, so that is correct. So I'm going to divide my 15% divided by 7 so that I am able to get a percentage drop on each and every call. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. All right. Or the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to use my common sense. Okay, I'm gonna use my common sense. The common sense is that maybe I want the robot to be buying the first margin call and the second margin call first. Okay, so maybe I can use 1% here. I use 1% here. I am remaining with 13%, right? Because this one and this one, they are already 2. So I'm remaining with 13%. So I'm going to take the 13%, then I allocate it to the remaining margin calls. You see, I don't want to feed you like babies. That's why I'm doing this. I don't want to feed you like small babies. Yes, at least the common sense should be working. All right, so I'm just pointing
to what you need to do. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? I don't like spoon feeding. Yes, I don't like spoon feeding. Right? Yes. So I'm going to use my common sense and say, I want my robot to buy first the first two margin calls. So I'm going to put one here, I put one here. Then I'm remaining with 13 out of the 15% drop. So the 13, I'm going to allocate from margin call number 3 up to 7. Is that okay? Am I giving you a good clue on how to do it? I said I don't want spoon feeding. I have seen people saying, how do I allocate this? How do I allocate this? So at least I want the brain to start working. Yes. Are we together? So if you want the robot to buy first the 2 margin calls or the 3 margin calls, then you can give them a small drop. Then the rest of the drop, you allocate it to the rest of the margin call that are remaining. Are we together? So that is the margin call drop. All right? Yes. So here, it is your capital now. Let's come here. This is my capital. Okay? So I'm not going to demonstrate because I don't have a certain amount of capital. All right? If I can use 500, if I can use 300, someone is saying, what about 100? I have got $50. What am I going to do about it? But I just want to give you a clue on how you can allocate your capital. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Right? So this side, it is about your capital. So if you remember very well, when you come here, I do have my first buy-in amount, which is $10. That is my first buy-in amount, which is $10. So if I am having $10 first buy-in amount, when I tap on margin configuration here, okay, so it means the figure that I'm going to allocate on the right side, okay, the figure I'm going to allocate this side, it should be multiplied by 10. For example, if I follow this setting, it means here it is 10 times 2. Okay? This is 4 times 10. This is 6 times 10. This is 8 times 10. So margin call number 1, the robot will need $20 to buy because it is 2 times what? Times 10. Margin call number 2, the robot will need $40. Only margin call number 2, the robot will need $40 to buy. Okay? What do you think? How much money will be needed here on margin call number 4? How much money will be needed on margin call number 4? How much money will be needed there? For the robot to execute this buy, how much do I need to have only for this margin call? If my first buy-in amount is 10, how much? I need an answer in the chat. How much is needed? How much is needed? How much is needed? $80. I'm gonna need $80 for margin call number 4 alone. Okay? So if I am having $100 as capital, if I am having $100 as capital, and my first buy-in amount is 10, am I going to set my robot like this to buy on the multiple buy-in ratio? Am I going to set my robot like this? Am I going to put these numbers like this? If I am having only $100, am I going to set my robot like this? Is it going to be okay? Is my robot going to buy these margin calls? What's going to happen to my trade? Give me an answer in the chat. Give me an answer in the chat. If I'm having $100, can I put my multiple buy-in ratio like that? No. I need to use my common sense because I still want my robot to buy the 7 margin calls. It's either I put one time, okay? If I want to increase, then I should be very careful on how much am I putting here. Unless I'm using $5 to be my first buy-in amount, okay? If I'm using $5 as my first buy-in amount, then probably I can put 1 here, I can put 1.2, I can put 1.5, okay? I can put 1.7, but at the end, I need to add all these, what I'm putting here, and then I multiply by my first buy-in amount. If my first buy-in amount is 5, I multiply by 5, so that I get the amount of capital that is needed for the robot to buy these margin calls if the price goes down to that level. Are you learning? Are you learning? I said I don't like spoon feeding. I don't like spoon feeding because you will think that everything it should be always like that. Yet there is another way of doing it. Okay? Yes. If I give you, you need to put this here, here you put this, here you put this, you will think that it is always like that. No. You can edit these settings to fit your capital. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Don't forget, we are doing cycle. So after you have done all this, then you save. Make sure that you are trading in a cycle. Okay? Because we want the robot to buy this coin repeatedly, buying and selling, buying and selling. So you can see here that I am having one short. I am having one short here. So I don't want one short. I want a cycle. Okay? I don't want to, what's happening here? Okay. I don't want one short. I want a cycle. So here is cycle. I'm going to activate cycle here so that my trade is in a cycle. All right. Don't forget, it should be in a cycle and the strategy mode. The strategy mode over here, it should be sub-bin mode real-time settlement because I want the robot to give me my profit. Whether it has bought with $5 and it sells, it should give me the profit from $5 stock. So sub-bin mode real-time settlement, it is good for me. So cycle, sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Okay, so whether the robot is going to buy only one margin call and then it sells, it will buy again. Sometimes it will buy 1, 2, 3. Then it will start selling. It will start margin call. Number 3, it sells, it sells, it sells. But remember, these are in a what? Okay, if it only buys 3 margin calls, automatically it becomes whole warehouse mode. All right? It becomes whole warehouse mode. So it will sell. But after selling, it is going to buy again because I am using cycle. But when it buys margin call number 5 and I am using sub-bin mode real-time settlement, it will sell, it can buy and sell repeatedly this margin call. Okay? But when it happens that it has sold, all the margin calls are sold, then it will start over. It will buy again this particular asset. Is this okay, ladies and gentlemen? Is this okay? Is this okay? If it is okay, give me a yes. If it is okay, give me a yes. If it is okay, give me a yes. Promise Obiaku. Promise Obiaku. He said it's not okay. So give me why is it not okay? Promise, please tell me why is it not okay so that we can talk about it. What is the problem, Promise? Why is it not okay? Why is it not okay? Oh, I should explain about the sub-bin mode. Okay, probably you were not here or you just got in. So that is not my problem, Promise. They said latecomers, they always eat bones. When you come late to a party, please accept the bones or you go home. It is not the problem of the organizers of the party. The problem is you. You arrived late to the party. Unless you were a VIP, then they can reserve. All right. Okay. Promise, this is what we were saying when it comes to sub-bin mode real-time settlement. So when you tap on your trade setting here, okay, when you tap on your trading setting here, you are going to see that there is strategy mode over here. Under this strategy mode, this other side, it's where you choose the type of strategy mode you want. So there are 3 of them. When you open here, you are going to see these 3. You will see whole warehouse mode. You are going to see sub-bin mode. You are going to see sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Okay, so whole warehouse mode, when your robot is trading under this mode, whenever it buys margin calls, whether they are 1 to 4 or whether they are 1 to 10 or whether they are 1,000, the robot happens to buy 1,000 margin calls. Right? Remember, it can buy 999 margin calls. This robot, it can buy up to 999. So if the robot buys 999 margin calls and you set it in whole warehouse mode, you are telling the robot, please don't sell my stock one by one, especially margin call number 5 to 999. Don't sell them one by one because these ones, they have got the capacity to be sold one by one. Margin call number 5 to 999. They can be sold one by one. But the moment you put them under whole warehouse mode, you are telling the robot, stop selling my stock one by one. Sell all of them at once. So the robot listens. It will wait. They take profit that you have put for all these margin calls to be sold at once. The whole warehouse should be out. That's what it means. But now, when you choose sub-bin mode and the robot buys margin call number 5 to 999, okay, these margin calls, they can be sold one by one. They are independent. But now, when they are in this mode, when the robot buys margin call number 5, and then the price rises for this margin call, which is maybe 1.3 take profit, the robot will sell the margin call number 5. But when it sells margin call number 5, remember there was this amount of capital that was used to buy margin call number 5. Let's say your first buying amount is $10. Okay? So when the robot was buying, you said let it buy one on a multiple buy-in ratio. So it only used $10 to buy margin call number 5. So when it sells margin call number 5, it is going to retain the $10, but it is not going to retain the 1.3% profit. It will take it back to the market on your behalf. In this case, yes, it has made profit, but the profit is not released. As a result, it will never deduct fuel fee. And you are going to receive a message that says there is a sale, okay, that has happened, but 0% profit rate. Because the robot is trading in sub-bin mode. Right. Now, the last but not the least, that is the sub-bin mode real-time settlement. So in this settlement, it's where the robot, whenever it sells your sub positions, it is going to give you the capital that was used plus the profit that has been generated. So in this scenario, the robot will deduct fuel fee, and when you go to your revenue details, you will see that there is record of sale, profit that has been made from that particular sale. That is sub-bin mode real-time settlement. It is capital plus profit. They are brought to you. Let me ask my friend if we are still friends. My friend, are we still friends? My friend, are we still friends? I'm going to answer your question. Someone is asking about capital. I said that it will depend on your capacity. I don't want to tell you trade in a cycle with 1,000. What if you don't have the 1,000? You should not trade in a cycle. If you don't have 1,000, you should not trade in a cycle. No. Okay. So, how many of us knows coins that are so volatile? How many of us? I want to see, because we are learning here, and it's not the first time. I just want to jog your memory. Yes, if you have been attending our Zoom presentations, I think even Leader Julius has been teaching, has been recommending these coins, these coins, these coins. Yes, some of us we know. Let me find out from the chat. How many of us, which coins do you know that are good for cycle? Let me see. Let me see. Which coins do you know that are good for cycle? Don't be afraid. If you are wrong, we are not going to laugh at you. But we want you to allow your brain to be useful. Yes, you see, when you are dormant, you are allowing your brain not to work. So don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to try. Okay? We are not going to laugh at you. No. We will just correct you. We will just correct you. All right? Yes, I said I don't like spoon feeding. Yes, because it will make you to go and research why these coins are given. Okay? What makes these coins separate or unique from other coins? Yes. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for participating. Yes. Thank you so much for participating. All right. So some of the coins that are dropped in the chat, they are correct, but some they are not correct. Okay? Some of the coins that are dropped in the chat, they are correct. Some they are not correct. But there is nothing wrong in trying. Okay? There is nothing wrong in trying. All right? Because we are here to learn. All right? So we are going to look at Bitcoin.
Okay, we're gonna look at Bitcoin. We are going to look at Ethereum. We are going to look at Solana. We are going to look at XRP. We are going to look at BNB. We are going to look at ADA. Okay, are you taking note? Are you taking note? Are you taking note about these coins that I am mentioning here? Are you taking note? Okay, are you taking note? Yes, some of these coins, they've got volatility, but when they drop, when Bitcoin drops, these coins, they drop so much and they struggle to come back. Have you discovered that? Some of the coins that you are giving in the chat, yes, they do move. But now the problem is when Bitcoin makes a move downward, these coins, they struggle to come back. Okay? That's why we are looking at these ones that are also having a bigger market cap. All right. So Bitcoin is on top of the list. Ethereum is on top of the list. All right. Yes. XRP, Solana, Sui. Okay. Yes. HBAR. All right. XLM is on the list as well. So these are some of the coins that you can trade them on a cycle. These are some of the coins that you can trade them on a cycle. Take 1.2 to 1.5% maximum take profit. 1.2 to 1.5 maximum. Okay? So you can allocate some capital that I want to trade in a cycle these coins while I'm also trading one shot whenever signals are given. So you can divide your capital to trade in cycle and you trade in one shot. Okay, so you'll be earning small take profit, but repeatedly. Whenever these coins rises, then your robot sells. Then you are in profit. It gives you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me take some questions now. I'm giving you 5. I think, yes, 5 to 10 minutes. It will depend if there are questions. Yes, I can take questions now. I can give you 5 to 10 minutes for questions. Please ask me. Please ask me if you do have questions. I'm saying don't take a lot of take profit. 1.5 maximum. Okay, 1.5 maximum, because we want the robot to sell. What's what? You don't know my name. Somebody does not know my name. Is that true? I have been here for years and I've been training here for years. Okay. My name is Mavuto Mopiwa, yes. I'm referred as Coach Mo, Coach Mopiwa, yes. That is my name. All right. What happens if I put 0 on the callbacks? When you put 0 on the callbacks, Daria, when you put 0 on the callbacks, let's say you are talking about take profit callback. When you put 0 and you put 1.5 take profit percentage, and then the coin pumps to 5%, sometimes the coin can pump, and then it does not drop with your callback. Okay? Remember, you put 0 on your callback, and the coin pumps to 5%. Okay? So the robot will only give you 1.5% that you have put, but it was able to give you 5%
because you put 0, you are limiting the robot. Is that okay, Daria? If your whole position take profit callback is 0.3, 0.3 is a little bit high. I would recommend at least 0.1. I know some they use 0.3. All right. But I think it's a little bit high. Yes, it has got its advantage. All right. But remember, we want the robot to make sales. We want the robot to make sales. So when you put your whole position take profit callback to 0.3, it simply means that when the price rises, okay, when the price rises, okay, for the robot to sell, to execute your sell, it means the price should drop with 0.3. Now, when you put 0.01, I just want to ask this question, Leader Kate. When you put your take profit callback to be 0.01 and somebody put their take profit 0.3, all right? You put yours 0.01 and somebody put 0.3. Now, all of you are trading one coin and you have entered at the same entry price. And then the price goes up. The price goes up. All right? The price goes up and it drops. It drops by 0.01. Okay? The price drops by 0.01, not 0.3. Which one of you between the 0.01 and the 0.3, which one of you, their trade is going to be closed? Their trade is going to be closed. Give me an answer in the chat. I just want to bring clarity on your question. When you put 0.3 and somebody put 0.01, what normally happens? Okay, thank you so much. At least I have given you a clue. So when you choose the callback, you should know the consequences. Yes, it has got advantage because if it does not drop by 0.3, okay, if it does not drop by 0.3, the price continues to go up. It means you are benefiting more. But the problem is if that coin does not have momentum, okay, it will make you to stay longer. So at least 0.1, but 0.3 I think is a little bit high. Yeah, 0.3 is a little bit high to 0.5, but I think 0.1 it's okay. 0.2 it's okay. If you cannot use 0.01, I would recommend that. Henry, Henry said, I promised to teach batch setting. But I was not teaching about MACD today. I was not teaching about MACD. The time I promised about batch setting, it was in connection with MACD so that you can set many coins. So today I'm not teaching MACD. So I think I'm safe here. Am I defending myself very well, Henry? Did I defend myself very well? Henry, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I'm going to come and teach about batch setting. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I think the 0.3, you can use them in the bull season. Yes. The subpositions, yes, you can edit them. The take profit for subpositions, you can edit them. Okay? But I would recommend that you leave them the way they are. I think it is 1.3. If you are to edit, it means you should reduce them to 1.2. Don't put 1.5 on subpositions. If you are collecting the main take profit 1.5, why should you put subposition 1.5 as well? So if you are to edit, reduce it from 1.3 to 1.2, even 1%, it's still okay. Yeah, you cannot wait for batch setting, eh? No, I'm gonna teach, guys. Be patient with me. I will teach. This one for today, it just came up. It just came up, yes, but I was ready to teach. So I'm still gonna teach, don't worry. The good thing is that we still got the video. That's why I'm relaxed. Yes, but I'm gonna teach about the batch setting. I know I'm owing you guys. Yes. Anyone with another question? Joseph, yeah, you did not hear me talking about MACD. Today we were not talking about MACD. We were only talking about trading in a cycle. So we don't need the trade to be activated by MACD because we are choosing coins that we want to put in a cycle. All right? We don't want to put our trades to be activated by MACD. No, we've got a list of coins that we can put them in a cycle, right? So we can just put them like that. So we don't need MACD for us to set those coins. We are trading them in a cycle. That's why you did not hear me talking about MACD. That's true. Any other question, guys? I think I have come to the end of this training today. Any other question? All right. So thank you so much, guys. Let me appreciate you for taking your time to be here to learn more about the Royal Key robot, especially trading in a cycle. I was not specific when it comes to capital because you do have different capacities when it comes to capital. Yes, if time allows, then I will just do in general on the setting. If you are having $100, how can you go about your capital setting? If you're having $200, if you're having $300, I think up to maybe to 1,000. Okay, we're gonna come up with those settings. But remember, we do have these settings already, but in one shot. But here we are doing cycle. Okay, we are doing cycle. So the settings, they are almost the same. You only need to work on the amount of capital that you want to trade with so that you can align it with your margin call limit. Okay, that's why we did not pick any particular amount of capital. All right, but we are going to bring them. Today, I did not teach about MACD. So I'm not answering any question about MACD. I didn't teach about MACD. So I'm not going to answer any question related to MACD. Or I should be lenient. Let me be lenient. When you pick a trade using MACD, guys, this is from my personal experience. Okay, I don't teach something that I'm not doing. When you pick a trade using the MACD, if you are not greedy with the take profit, believe you me, you are going to experience sweeter trades. Your trades are going to be closed. That is, if you are not greedy with the amount of take profit. Every time the MACD makes a golden cross and you are trading with margin calls, you don't stay longer in the market. Unless the coin that you are trading, there is some market manipulation. Something has happened after you have entered the trade. Yeah. But with my experience, I am also using the MACD strategy. Guys, it is sweet. Okay? It is sweet.
the trades, they normally come out. They normally come out. Yes, but I'm not saying that you cannot go into floating loss. You can float, but because you do have margin calls, when the robot buys more, then you discover that you are standing a chance of coming out quicker. No, if you want to get out of the trade, remember when you want to stop a coin that you have been trading in a cycle, you just change it to one short so that when it closes next time, it should not buy again. Are we together, guys? When you are trading in a cycle and you say, I want to get out of this coin, I don't want to continue trading it, you only change it and put it in one shot so that when it makes a sell, whether it bought it two margin calls, when it sells those margin calls, it should not buy again. That's how you change. That's how you change it from cycle to one shot. You can apply MACD in the cycle trade, but now, Leader Kate, when you are using MACD to trade in a cycle, your robot is going to take longer to buy. It is going to be more like one shot as well. Do you know why? When the robot sells the coin that you are trading, if it happens that it bought, for the robot to buy again, it will wait for the appearance of a golden cross in that trade. Do you get me, Leader Kate? The moment it buys, then it sells. It will go to the background. It will be monitoring the appearance of MACD golden cross, then it will buy. So it will keep quiet for some time because you don't know when the MACD crossover will happen. So if you are using MACD to trade in a cycle, you should know that your trades will take long to be cycled. It's going to take long to be cycled. So I'm not going to recommend the MACD to trade in a cycle. Yeah, because it will take long for your robot to buy. No, the settings, they're not going to affect. The settings of cycle will not affect one shot. Remember, you want to get out of the trade. You want to get out of the trade. So the settings will not affect anything. Miss Prime, why do you come late? Eh? Why do you come late, Miss Prime? Where have you been? When people were eating meat, now you want to eat bones now. Eh? I said that sub-bin mode, when your robot buys the margin call number 5 in sub-bin mode, when the price rises for that margin call, which is number 5, for example, I'm using 5 because from 4, they are whole warehouse. So the sub-bin mode can only activate it from margin call number 5 going upwards. Whether you want sub-bin mode real-time settlement, you can only use that button when you are trading with more than 4 margin calls. So that's why I like to use number 5. So when you are trading in sub-bin mode, the robot buys margin call number 5. Then it sells. It is going to give you the capital that was used to buy that margin call. But the profit, it will never give you. It takes it back to the market on your behalf. Remember, there are still 4 margin calls that are hanging. So it will take that profit to pull the average price of those 4 margin calls so that the price can come closer. I mean, the average price can come closer to the current price. That is sub-bin. It sells,
it does not give you profit. It only gives you capital, sub-bin. And it does not deduct fuel fee whenever a sale has been executed. Okay? Did I answer your question, Miss Prime? Next time, don't come late. Did I answer your question? Oh, your phone was off. Sorry. Sorry for that. Okay. But did I answer your question? All right. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Any other question? Any other question as we are concluding? Okay. So, guys, let's end up here. I wish you a very blessed night. Right? Yes. May the good Lord be with you, protect you, guide you until we meet again. Yes. If his mercy endures forever, then we will meet again tomorrow morning in our technical analysis class. Thank you so much, guys. We love you all. Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.